Hi there guys, Ken here, your thrifty apprentice, and welcome back to another Let's Talk Stick Friday. We are going to be doing a quick watercolor card with a new to me watercolor pencil set. This is Prismacolor Premier. This is the 12 count of watercolor pencils. Now, do they believe that they make bigger sets, but I just grabbed this 12 count because I wanted to test them out. I've heard some good things about them. I've heard some not so good things about them. I'm going to be painting on the Master's Touch watercolor cards that you guys have seen me paint on. And I wanted to just show you guys what I do with those really quickly. So, I'm going to, after I finish a card, I take the card in the envelope and package it inside one of these little plastic containers, because I do believe that I'm going to start selling these. I like them. They're fun and whimsical, and I think that other people will like them too. And I leave them blank on the inside so a person can write whatever they want on them or stamp whatever they want on, sentiments they want to stamp on the inside, or they can put a little handwritten note in there and give them to someone so that person can remove the note and then re-gift the card, so it can be used more than once. But I think I'm going to start selling these. The God honest truth is, guys, I need to start offsetting these products. Watercoloring and using water-soluble products is a hobby, and collecting the products, I believe, is a whole nother hobby as well. But anyway, so we're going to do a really quick sketch. I'm going to keep this real time. Kind of limited on colors here because it's only a 12 count, but they are watercolor pencils, so you can mix them. Now, I haven't even swatched these out, guys. Like, I'm going to be going brand new with everything straight from these. I haven't used any of them. I don't really know what the colors look like wet, but we're just going to go straight forward. So I'm going to use, it looks like I have 3 yellows here. I have a sunburst yellow, which looks more like a lemon, and there is orange, of course, and then goldenrod, which looks more like a yellow ochre. So I am going to start off by using the orange color. Oh, it's soft. And start to do the outer part. Oh, I'm sorry, we're doing a daffodil. I didn't even tell you guys what we're doing. So I have a daffodil here that I sketched out and then kind of erased my graphite lines a little bit. So I am just adding orange to the edge. And you guys can always draw a daffodil if you know. If you don't know how, you can look up clip art, free clip art, or you can look up a real photo and then change it to black and white, so it'll show the tonal values. And just trace that. Let's see. Put some orange here around the edge of this one. And I'm kind of dragging my strokes in so I can keep it in the direction of the flower, going towards the center, you know. And then we're going to try to make this as quick as possible. Just wanted to do a little sketch with you guys. Okay. And then I'll use, I think I'll go ahead and use this. What is this? This is goldenrod. I'm going to use that as my darker yellow. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. But let's see, we'll make that leaf on top of that one. We'll make that leaf, kind of get those to protrude. I'm just putting this goldenrod, yeah, that's what it's called, on my back petals, just a little bit to give it a little definition. I'm gonna say, go back in here with the orange and kind of give a, on the bottom of this, on like the trumpet area. And again, I'm dragging my strokes towards the center of the flower. Let's see. And then I'll use the sunburst yellow, which is like a yellow. And you guys can use whatever watercolor pencils you have. I'm just gonna actually color over that yellow ochre color. And these are really soft pencils and they're pretty pigmented. I don't know how they're gonna react with water, but I like these so far. They have a good amount of like color lay down. I'm gonna put a little of that goldenrod on that petal before I have any on this one either. Should have laid it down first, but that's okay. Now I'll go back to that lemon color. And I hope my head's not in the way. I don't think it is. And guys, this is not, we're not going for a masterpiece. This is real quick. It's a watercolor card. Again, I'm gonna be selling them. That's my new goal. I think I'm probably gonna sell them on maybe Etsy, or I'm not sure. Figure something out. And just get that yellow colored in around there. Yeah, they lay down some, these pencils lay down some really nice pigment. And I still see the graphite line, and that's okay. I don't mind that actually. Okay, and then let's do this one down here. So we're gonna grab that yellow ochre color and just drop a little in. Around the flute, which is actually laying at the bottom of each of the petals. You know, you don't have to do a lot, just a little. Just a little. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with the lemon yellow and color each one of them. I may actually go back with that goldenrod for it's all said and done and outline the whole flower. I'm not sure just yet. I don't have my glasses on. I really should. I hope this is not too boring for you guys, but I don't do a lot of real-time tutorials, so, or should I say demos? Like I've said before, I don't really consider my stuff tutorials. I'm just sharing with you guys what I know. I think I want to outline that in orange and give a little ring of it there. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. And okay, I think that looks pretty cool. All right, now we need to do the leaves. Let's see here. I'll set those to the side. And we got a couple of greens. Let's see. Get these out. Now that one is, it looks like the wood on this one is kind of cracked. That's unfortunate. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not cracked. Maybe it's just a line down the wood. Okay, they all have it. It's the seal line for the, I guess, shellac on the outside. Okay, all right. So we have spring green, grass green, and then dark green, I believe that is. So let's go in with the dark green and get the shadow in. I'm just gonna basically outline each one of them with that dark green. I mean, you will know, the mind will know that it's grass. Really soft. I was thinking there may have been a shift or difference between each pencil, but no, each one of them has been equally soft. I'm barely touching the paper. It's pretty impressive. I don't know. We're gonna see in a moment. Because that would be covered. And then this is under the darker side. That would have like so. Same thing on this one. That'll be darker. Like that. And just color. I'm just coloring in the areas that I think a shadow would be cast with the flowers. And then I'm going to use the, I don't know, I think I'm going to use the grass green. It's not too bad of a color. Just color those in. And I mean, if you wanted to draw this, it's really easy. It's really just a bunch of circles. Elongated circles or rounder circles, but it's really just a bunch of circles. Okay. Get that all colored in. And we're gonna get to wedding. Okay, now for the dark area, we're gonna actually use a little bit of the other green too. So I want that a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna mix the spring green in. Spring green into that. Tongue is kind of lazy right now. And that way we can get a lighter tone for Sims. And you know what? Let's actually add a little of that along the highlighted area. Darken it just a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I think that should about do it. Add a little bit lighter green there and there. And along this edge. That should cut it. All right. And I don't know if I'm gonna do a background. I may splatter some paint on the background for it. I think that's gonna work out. All right, so I'm gonna grab a Masters Touch 6, number 6 filbert. It's a tech line. It's gonna help push that paint around. Hopefully it's stiff enough. I think it is. I'm just gonna wet that a little bit, and I don't have a paper towel. Hold on, guys, let me get a paper towel. Okay, I grabbed, let's see. Gonna make sure that that brush is clean, because I was using it in another painting. All right. Then we're just gonna dip it in the water, and I'm gonna just kind of pull it on the side of the cup just to get the water out. Maybe dab it just a little bit. And then we're gonna go in here and start with the blades of grass. I don't know what everybody's talking about, I think. That's okay. It's not the, the most pigmented I've ever seen, honestly, once it's wet, but it's not terrible. I guess it's okay. I can add some more color to it by pulling pigment from the pencil, but I'm gonna get it all dissolved first and see. Okay, well, that just basically came up. We're gonna get it all. I don't know, it kind of has a old watercolor feel to it. Don't want too much water on the brush, so I keep dabbing it off on my paper towel. Because I don't want to lift the pigment off as I am. It's pretty weak in areas. Maybe I just didn't color as much there as I thought, or put as much pigment there as I thought, and then my darks are just basically lifting off. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back in there with some more of that shadow color. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back in with some more of that. It's okay. That's the thing with the new product. I'm learning it. I'm learning it with you guys, actually. Let's see here. I like doing the watercolor pencil cards. Of course, the pencils offer so much more control than like paints would, but you know, every now and then I like to throw some paints in with it. But we're gonna keep this one strictly watercolor pencil, since this is a Let's Talk Stick Friday video. May do some color pencils, maybe. If we feel like we need to punch up the color some, that would be okay. All right. Now let's do the stem. Just dragging it down. And I don't think I'm gonna have to re-wet my brush. Don't wanna, gotta be careful, really careful there. Just gonna get all that taken care of. Let's see. So I actually have, you guys already know from a previous video, also been testing Derwent ink tints pencils. Now those pencils are challenging for me actually, because they're more of a like maybe dye ink based pencil, I would assume. According to the Derwent website, they're pretty light fast, but I have to me they have a learning curve to get over, and that's the fact that, you know, once the first layer dries after you wet it, it's basically non-liftable or non-movable at that point. So you have to be very sure about what you're doing as you use them. But once you get over that, I think they're a wonderful pencil. All Derwent products normally are. So I'm just tapping. I'm really not even brushing. I'm just tapping to activate the pigment. And I want to try to keep some pencil lines in here. And if not, I'm going to go back and add some. But now I'm just going to go into that yellow. I'm not going to rinse my brush, but I'm going to go directly into it. Okay, just see if we can blend that a little better. All right. Now we'll do the belly of the bell. Okay. And then I'm not gonna even clean the brush. I'm just gonna go right into doing those other petals. I see now I'm gonna have to add more shadow into everything. I didn't quite go heavy enough maybe, but like the lemon yellow color, the what color was that? The sunburst yellow, that color pigment is really sticking. The orange did pretty well, but the yellow ochre, the goldenrod color, I'm thinking maybe I didn't use it heavy enough. So we're definitely going to be going back and adding shadow into both the petals and the leaves, the leaf area, grass blades, whatever you want to call them. I think they're actually a leaf. We're just gonna get all of this, and I definitely don't think I'm gonna have to go back on over that with another. Just gonna fill in the white areas. Yeah, I don't need any more lemon yellow on those. I love that yellow. That's pretty. A couple of videos back, I used the Artwell in order the Artwell paints in order to do a sunflower, and the yellow in those paints are so vibrant. This reminds me of it. Okay, I'm gonna get in here and get this orange. Again, I'm just tapping. When I do this part, I'm just tapping to activate the orange because I don't want to lift it. And I go back and blend in the yellow. Just like so. And we're gonna go around the stamen. I'm gonna paint that green. All right, and then we just wanna blend those edges a little bit more. All right, now let's knock out the rest of these petals, and then I'll dry it and we can go ahead and jump to the second layer, or just finishing up, adding a little final touches to it. It's not really much more to do. Fill in all the white areas. I have not wet my brush again. I may be able to get through this whole flower. I really just, again, tapping to activate, not. And as I do that, the pigment is spreading. Now, I like how reactive the pencils are to water. They react pretty well. I mean, I don't know. I want to test them a lot more before I offer a review on them, of course. But my first impressions are not as bad as I thought they were going to be from some of the reviews I've seen on these pencils. All right. Okay, so I think I can dry this and then we'll come right back and finish her up. Okay, guys, let's finish this up right quick. I am going to punch up the color a little bit as well as add in some more shadows. So I'm gonna just use the orange that we used earlier. and add a second layer of color to the shadow area. Now you don't have to wet this again. You can actually leave it as it is if you would like to, because there's no rule that says you have to dissolve your watercolor pencil. I tell you all the time. Just throw a little here. Trying to keep this video under 20 minutes and keep it real time. I'm gonna see if I was able to achieve that once this is all said and done. Let's see. Just a little. Just to punch up that color a little bit. And then I'll grab that, excuse me, goldenrod. And I think I'm going to throw in a little bit more of the shadow color around the edge of the flute on the leaves. And then the same here. Now, if you want to leave the sketchy lines in, you can. It does enhance it. I'm going to dissolve them. Or not necessarily dissolve them. I'm just going to hit them. Excuse me. Put some of that around the edge of each of those petals. Just to help to define them a little more. Okay. And then let's do the same here. It's just a little color, not much. Just to kind of define each of those petals more. And give it a little bit more definition. That's why I'm using the shadow color. All right, I'll grab my darker green, which I think was dark green actually. And we are just gonna define the leaf area a little more. And oh, I went way outside the line there. I have to grab an eraser, see if I can do something about that. Excuse me. Okay. And just a quick watercolor card. I like it. Really sketchy. All right. And I think other than maybe a splatter here or there, I'm gonna be done. I thought I just, all right. Yeah, I think, let me see, I'm gonna grab my filbert. And let's see, pinch it just to get the water off of it. I just want a damp brush. That's it, just a damp brush. I just want to touch that and liquefy it. I'm not even trying to smooth it out to pull the sketchiness away from it. I kind of like that actually. So I'm just touching it to enhance the color of the pigment and make sure that it's all liquefied. Just a little there. And if you notice, I have not dipped my brush back in water because there's enough on here just to do what I'm trying to do. Okay. And I'm gonna see if I can get through this without re-wetting my brush. I think I can. It doesn't seem to be moving too much pigment. Okay, there we go. Now I'll dip again, pinch my brush just to get extra water off, and go ahead and do my yellow. And I'm really just tapping around it, because I don't want to lift that darker pigment off. I just want to dampen it, so. And same here, just tapping to activate that color and make it brighter. That's really all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Not really blending anything. I forgot to do the stamens. I need to go in and do those stamens right quick. And then we're gonna be done with this one, guys. And notice how I'm just tapping? I'm just really tapping where I put down the second layer, because all I'm doing is activating the pigment. That's it. All right, let's get those stamens done. I think I'll do it with the darker green towards the bottom of it. And what color is this? I don't want to introduce a new color, so I'll use the same green, that apple green. It's a big transition, but it's okay. I actually think we did use the other green. I think we did. I'm gonna put it in there anyway. Right? Okay. Activate that pigment. And I am gonna kind of force it to blend just a little. Same up here. All right. I think I like it. I think that's a wrap. So the only thing I want to do now is put some splatters in the background. So I'm gonna take that light green brush, and light green pencil in my brush, and with the lid, and see if I can't, there we go, force some splatters on there. And it kind of helps me control where it goes when you do it this way. You can kind of control where it goes. Now I'm definitely would have to let this dry before I try to use it again, or it would create really permanent, like, hard lines. All right, so I'm just gonna sit that there, see if I can't get some more of that off of that brush. There we go. And maybe some of the darker green. What you think? Yeah, a little darker green. I'll drop the water there. All right, just a little bit of that, not a lot. There we go. And And of course some yellow. Gotta have some yellow, right? So I'm just gonna clean that brush really well. And then I'm gonna wet that lid. Get that color to release. Now, I hear other watercolor pencil artists say that they've heard it's recommended that you don't do this. Like get the lid of your pencil wet like that. Now, I do, that's me. I know this a lot of them do as well. As long as you let the lid dry before you try to sharpen it or use it again, I think they'll be fine. I'm just gonna splatter that on there, and then one more with a little of the darker yellow, and I'm gonna go with the what color was this? Sort of the yellow ochre color that I was using. Let's see if I can get some of that in there. It's a cute watercolor card. I like it. All right. Oh, what? Why not? Some of the orange too. Just went crazy. Just went crazy. And if you don't want to do this, you don't have to now. You don't have to do it just because I do it. But I just feel a little crazy. Why not? Why not? Okay. Splatter a little of that orange on there. I think I caught it done. All right. There you go, guys. Just a quick watercolor card. Let's go ahead and sign it. And then we'll pull the tape off. I think we can pull the tape off. I don't think it's too wet. Just cleaning my brush really quickly. All right. That over there. And let's grab a pen. Let's see here. And this is 322. All right. And then we're gonna see if we can remove this tape without ripping our card. I may have to go get the blow dryer. Okay, not too bad. I am so trying to be careful. There we go. And I know I'm gonna have to erase some pencil lines off the bottom because I drew originally too long. That's okay. That should be easy clean up. And then I did leave enough space on the card at the top and the bottom for stamping a sentiment on. There, I think that's pretty cute. Let's grab an eraser and see if we can't get rid of those pencil lines. There. All right. So there you have it, guys. A quick watercolor card. You can stamp sentiment at the top or the bottom. You can write something on the inside. Go ahead and throw you a little removable message so it can be reused and regifted. It's a wonderful little suggestion I picked up by Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter. That way a card can be used more than once before it's thrown away. She's a genius in that way. So anyway, guys, if you like what you saw in the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's going to get us in front of more viewers. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified when new content goes up. Go ahead, use the comment section. Let me know. So, in reference to the pencils, I have heard really mixed reviews about them, but on my first use of them out the gate, I mean, they seem to be performing pretty well. Let me know what you think. Have you used the Prismacolor watercolor pencils? Do you like them? What have you heard about them? Head on over to the Thrifty Apprentice Facebook page and Instagram page. Like and follow us there. And don't forget, as I tell you at the end of every single video, just keep painting.